video for the essential elements for trombone, page 6. So if you are on page 6, up in the upper left-hand corner, we are going to be ready to go. And we are going to pick up right where we left off with page number 5 here. So if you notice right on the top of the page, we're going to be asked to review our notes. So we've learned 5 notes so far. We started off on F, which is in first position. So remember, first position is all the way in. And then we have E flat in third position. Again, E flat at the third position is where the crossbar, the brace here, is even with the bell. And then we have D, which is fourth position. The end of the slide is even with bell. We have C, which is sixth position. This is the one where you can just see the stocking, that little bump on the end of the slide there. And then finally we have B flat, which is back in first position again. We're going to put all of those notes to use in number 14, Rolling Along. So this might be a song that you recognize. You'll notice as we're looking at number 14, it's not just one line, it's actually 2 lines. And so as we're going through and reading the music, when we get to the end of the first line, we're going to have to jump down and go back to the left-hand side for the second line, just as if we were reading a sentence in a book. Okay? So number 14, Rolling Along. Don't forget, we want to move the slide nice and quickly and cleanly and smoothly, especially when we're moving from sixth position to first position. We have a lot of C's to B flats to C. Try to get that slide out there as quick as we can without jerking the trombone around, because that's not really great either. So here we go. We're going to take a big breath every time we have a rest. We want to take a nice big breath to support our sound. So here we go. Number 14, starting in fourth position on the D. 1, 2, ready. Next line. Very good. So how did that sound? Did it sound like how you remembered Rolling Along should be? Or maybe it didn't at all. Well, if it didn't, it might be a good opportunity to go back and try it again there. Try to remember what it sounded like and keep reminding yourselves of the position numbers and what the note names are and what they should sound like. Right now, we're going to move on to number 15, and you'll notice we have learned a new note length here. So this is called a half note. Just like a quarter note, the quarter notes we've been playing so far have had one beat, one pulse. Our half note, which is the oval, the open shape, which with the line, that has 2 beats in its length. So, for example, if we look at number 15 and we clap that, the first note, the half note, would sound like, and we have these half notes, and then we have the half note rest. So this is that black rectangle, but instead of hanging off of the top of the fourth line of staff, it sits on top of the third line of the staff. So we have half notes and half rest. So let's take a look at number 15, and we're going to clap that rhythm together. We're going to be tapping, and we're going to be clapping along here. We're going to be thinking 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's go ahead, and don't forget we have the repeat sign at the end of number 15. We're going to go back to the beginning. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Rest back to the beginning. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Rest. And again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Rest. Rest. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Rest. Excellent. So, let's put that rhythm to use on number 16 here. So we're going to be playing these half notes, and now one way we can think about these is still thinking that ta sound, ta, 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 rest, rest, ta, 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 rest, rest, ta, 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 ta. Okay, using that same rhythm, we're just making those half notes twice as long. And don't forget to keep watching the notes, making sure you're thinking what the note name is, making sure you're remembering, oh, here's what the next position is going to be. So, number 16 all together. And don't forget, again, we've got the repeat sign, so we're going to go back to the beginning and play number 16 again. Here we go. 1, 2, ready. Back to the beginning. Very good. How did that go for you? Hopefully it was fun. Hopefully you were putting everything together. Now we're going to put those half notes to use in number 17 in a song that we know, Hot Cross Buns. So, one of the things that we can practice with our instruments is just buzzing. So in other words, we can play melodies without our instrument. So for example, on number 17, we would like to play this on just the mouthpiece. So if we hear our first note, it can sound like, let's try buzzing that along there. So hear the sound in your head. You know how hot cross buns sound. So hear that melody in your head and practice what it feels like with your lips to play each one of those notes. And we could still use that nice ta sound to separate the notes. Here we go. Number 17, just on the mouthpiece. 1, 2, ready. Good. And when you're buzzing on the mouthpiece, all we need to do is just hold the shank on the bottom here and just very lightly. We don't want to grab hold of our mouthpiece and jam it onto our lips because we don't need to use that kind of pressure. We don't have to press that hard. Just a nice light grip will do the job there. Now we're going to take our mouthpiece and we're going to put it back in our instrument because we are going to play number 17 here. We buzzed Hot Cross Buns. Now we're going to play it. 1, 2, ready. Good. And one of the things that helps while we're playing is to anticipate where we need to go next. So if you have a rest and we're looking ahead, okay, I've got a B flat and I have a 2-beat rest, a half rest, great. I can use that time to get out to the D in 4th position or so on and so forth. Thinking ahead where we need to go next. Let's take this and put that into action on number 18, Go Tell Aunt Rhody. Now, one of the markings we will see in our music is what is called a breath mark. This is something that composers or arrangers, editors will use to help tell us here is a good place to take a breath. And a breath mark it looks like a comma because just like with a comma in a sentence, it creates a pause. That's what we're using the breath mark for. So, you'll notice on the top of the line on page number 18, every 2 bars, we have one of these breath marks there. So when we have that breath mark, go ahead and take a nice breath, but don't forget to keep the time moving. Sometimes we breathe and we forget, oh, the music keeps moving on. So we have to breathe in time with that. So very often, what I will do is I'll be thinking in my head, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. So I try to breathe, for example, on the quarter note or on the 8th note, I breathe in rhythm with the music so I don't forget, here's where my next beat is. So let's practice that together here. On number 18, watch those breath marks, take a breath in time with the music. 1, 2, ready. And repeat. Very good. As we go along, we're going to see a lot of those breath marks happening. Sometimes the breath marks happen on the end of a bar. Sometimes they happen in the middle of a bar. It depends on what the music needs to be doing. We've got one more exercise here. Number 19, another one of the essential elements quizzes. Now, you'll notice we have on the bottom of the line, we have note names and we have rhythms, quarter notes, half notes, but we don't have anything written in the staff. That's because they want you to write those notes in yourself. So again, you can take your handy dandy pencil that every good musician has, take your pencil, and you're gonna write in those note names. Go ahead and pause the video. When you are done, unpause the video, play again, and we will go ahead and play it together. All right, here we go. We are gonna play number 19. Okay, reading your notes that you wrote in. I hope you wrote them in clearly so that we can keep track of what we're playing. Here we go, number 19, and we are going to repeat. 1, 2, ready. Excellent. So I hope you had a great lesson here with page number 6. Just like with the last 2 pages, I recommend going through and practicing these exercises every day. A little bit of practice every day makes a much bigger difference than doing one big, long amount of practicing 1 day or 2 days a week. A little bit of practicing makes all of the difference. So have fun with page number 6, and I look forward to seeing you for page number 7. Happy practicing.